Greetings, one and all. Welcome to another movie review here on the network. Now, before I introduce the following participants who are going to help me, well, not just help me, but, also give their explanation for this particular movie, I just want to say we're going to get on my turtle shell for this particular one. What I mean by turtle shell is the stuff that I'm used to, reviewing, which is the nostalgic stuff from the 80s, 70s, and all that stuff from back then. Going to the present times right now, 2015, we're going to review a movie that I just recently saw and these guys are familiar with. This is a movie that pretty much folks are for some reason, find amusement to, and us three don't. It's pretty much 3 out of the 4 Platinum Crew. 3 out of the 4 Filmtastic 4. That's what I meant to say is here. We got Mr. Luke Nukem Movie Reviews here.
Oh my God.
And we got
M. Night Shyamalan. Ever since, look, the only movie I saw from you is The Last Airbender, and after Earth, I thought After Earth was like, who cares, mediocre. After I saw this, it makes me not want to watch The Sixth Sense or Unbreakable. Just saying.
And we got the bald-headed eagle cue ball.
Bald.
Oh, what? Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Milk chocolate.
Chocolate.
His favorite. His favorite game show host is Richard Dawson. Motherfucker. Where'd he go, Gary?
Look at the blue balls.
You got the blue balls. The blue balls.
Blue balls.
His favorite subject his favorite subject to talk about in history was World War II. Oh my God. Okay, folks, ladies and gentlemen, if you heard me on the Pain and Gain number 16, I lost my shit. Literally, both figuratively and literally. And what a coincidence, because just like in this movie, The Visit, someone else loses their shit, and it's fucking disgusting. Not scary or humorous. So, The Visit, a movie by, a film by M. Night. Oh, hello, Mr. Garrison.
We're doing this review.
Hump day.
Boop.
Alright, so.
Gary, the only thing you're going to be humping is your Bert and Ernie dolls.
I also see the Gumby riding that horse.
Gumby and Poke, yeah, he's riding that horse. Look at the rubber ducky, he's enjoying every view of it. Okay, and The fucking Visit, folks. Now, this movie has a 61% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So 3/5 of the majority approved this film, while 2/5 didn't approve. There was one review in particular, aside from Luke Nukem, is Richard Roper. Now, sometimes
who's been a part of Ebert and Roper and Ebert.
Ebert and Roper after, the passing of Gene Siskel. Richard Roper also.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, fucking cancer, dude. Cancer's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And just like M. Night Shyamalan, he is cancer in the movies. So basically, a twist.
What did I miss since apparently I got distracted there and I have to wear this
You
freaking
missed
shirt.
about your blue balls. Your blue balls.
Oh, fuck the blue balls.
The blue balls. The blue balls. They're on Richard.
Beach ball.
Alright, so the thing is about The Visit.
Richard Roper. Oh, I was gonna say Richard Roper.
The thing about The Visit is that it's a horror/comedy, and here's the thing. It's not scary.
Oh fuck.
And it's not funny.
No, okay. Seriously, when it comes to horror, the only scares that are in this are these 2 to 3 fucking jump scares.
The cheapest thing.
Oh, okay. And I love it when it tries to build up to something, it leads to fucking nothing. The movie is so dopey, so stupid.
You want to know the worst thing I saw? When the grandmother was sitting there smoking a cigarette and then all of a sudden said, "Hi, honey."
And yeah, that was the end of the scene.
That was it. It was not even scary whatsoever.
Dude, okay.
They could have just cut it out.
Dude, there were so many things in this they could have cut out. And what makes it even worse is that this is a found footage film.
And Romy, I know you hate those.
Dude, I told you, there's only a handful that I've saw that are really good. Wreck, the original version, Wreck, VHS 2. That is awesome. And it's the best short film I've ever seen. It was done by Gareth Evans, the director of the Raid 2. He did one called oh shit. It was called it was the third short story.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil what it is, but it's incredible.
Yeah.
Paranormal Activity 3 and Chronicle. They fucking did it right.
Love Chronicle.
Chronicle is hands down the best. Why? Because when they carry the camera around and everything, it made
make it steady.
sense. Not only is it steady, it made sense, and the way they used it is genius. It's from multiple different perspectives. Go see Chronicle with The Visit. Seriously, folks. This movie has some of the dumbest fucking characters known to man. One of the dumbest mothers I have ever seen. And it was written by M. Night Shyamalan too. The screenplay is garbage.
And also, this is also directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and this is produced by M. Night Shyamalan and Jason Blum.
Oh my God!
Now let's look up the brilliant filmography of Jason Blum.
Blumhouse.
He was the executive producer of Oculus.
No, wait, that was a good one though.
Yeah, it was. And The Green Inferno.
Oh fuck.
He was the executive of Hamlet, which I don't know why. And then he was the director of such classics as The Boy Next Door, The Lazarus Effect, Unfriended, Insidious Chapter 3, The Gallows, Sinister 2, and Jim and the freaking Holograms.
Oh, he's producer on that shit too?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking word.
And Ouija and Ouija 2.
Oh.
I hate Ouija with a passion.
Me too. It was my number 3 worst.
That movie was just a bunch of stupid teenagers who had no freaking idea what the hell they were doing, just messing around with a freaking board with letters. Yeah, board with letters on it, and that's all they were doing.
Hey, Gary, say 44.
44.
So, okay, you want to see great horror films? Okay, I'll give you some great examples. The remake of Evil Dead. You're Next.
I want to see
Brilliant.
that. I want to see You're Next.
It's the guys who did The Guest. Same guys. Awesome movie. Think of it as like a Home Alone invasion R-rated thriller.
Kind of like The Others.
Oh, God. The Conjuring, one of the absolute best, and my favorite of the decade, and probably the favorite of many years, The Cabin in the Woods.
Oh my God, I gotta say,
that is, and also poor Joss Whedon, because I think he kind of quit directing because of Age of Ultron.
Oh shit!
That movie, The Conjuring, scared the shit.
And Age of Ultron was good, but remember that's that.
It was fine, but
it was nowhere as good as.
I had a lot of problems with it.
Yeah, I did too. But
I was gonna say about The Conjuring. The best thing about it was based off that true story about that doll.
But the duel.
Yeah, the duel.
And you know what? Guess what? That movie has tension build. You care about the characters.
Yes.
It had unique storytelling. And man, the last 20 minutes will make you shit your pants. This movie, holy fucking shit. Okay, shall we start from the beginning?
Absolutely.
The plot of The Visit is where these kids of this mother go off on a journey to meet their grandparents who they never met in contact with, never seen face to face, never even talked to on the phone, never.
They have no idea who they are.
No connection whatsoever, and they go off on a journey to meet their grandparents.
And so we have Catherine Hahn, smoking fine-ass hot MILF. She plays the mother, who is a fucking retard, because even she's against it, yet she sends her kids over to their grandparents' house. Like it said, never met, never spoken to, never even heard of them, never even seen what they look like.
Never got no presents from them or nothing at all.
And remember, they have no whereabouts about them. And
if your kids have no idea what your grandparents look like, that should set off some kind of alarms or something like that.
Yeah, that's completely
And
wrong in many
and remember,
levels.
and Paula, that's the mother's name.
Yep,
She
Paula.
hasn't spoken to him in over 15 fucking years.
Yeah. Rather keep her kids isolated from her
Oh, speaking of
grandparents.
isolation, they asked the mother, like, what happened? She goes, well, we had a little disagreement, but she and Rebecca, the older daughter, she
Yeah.
was trying to question her more about it, but she wasn't going to say anything. I'm just like, fucking really? And why is she going there on vacation? So that Catherine Hall's character Paula gets to go on a fucking cruise
With
with her.
her fiance.
Yeah.
Her fiance. Okay, here's something that doesn't make sense. If she's going on a cruise with her fiance, then why the hell was she at a hairy men's chess contest on the cruise? That's what I want to know.
Dude, I'm not. It was
We'll get to that later.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, cruise
And then
over.
we're introduced to a Rebecca, played by Olivia Dejon, who acts like a pretentious, smart, fucking filmmaker.
She acts
Yeah.
like Wes Anderson.
Oh, fuck, dude. Yeah, that.
Then we got the little brother who
Oh,
was the
this
most
motherfucker! I hate this kid.
fucking character in this movie. His name was Tyler Jameson. He was played by Ed Luxembourg. Whatever the hell.
Oxenbold.
Anyways, the little brother, it was just this freaking hipster-looking kid who thought he was
He thought he was
wigger in a
he
way.
thought a wigger. Yeah.
Yeah, because basically, the little kid is like an inspiring white rapper.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because apparently an obnoxious little white boy keeps rapping directly into the camera 3 times.
Dude, no, okay. And the first dude,
WA one thing.
I'm sorry, Eminem beat you to it, you fat little cock smuggler. And then
You know what? I'll give him credit. He is better than Kanye West. Hate that guy.
I don't know about that, but okay, yeah, that's it. I don't know who's worse, him or Lil Wayne. That's saying a lot. All right, so then they're on this fucking train. They get on this train to go to whatever they're going to be meeting, right? Because, like I said, they have no idea. And here comes the ticket man on the goddamn train.
Oh no.
Yeah, man, dude.
And he's like,
he walks over to them and says, tickets, please. And then they're like, oh, here you go. And then the ticket man is like, hey, is that a camera? And I was like, yeah, we're filming like a documentary or something. And then the ticket master was like, I was once an actor in my life. And then he starts doing the Shakespeare thing. I was a child. Okay, no, we're stopping.
It was terrible. It was full of baloney. That's what it was.
Oh, and then I'm just like,
they run with this show. They run with that.
And then, it gets better. It gets better. Then we have the ticket man doing he's doing the fucking beatboxing bullshit, and he has that Tyler. We gotta come up with a nickname for this little dick smuggler. We gotta.
Yeah.
Oh no, okay. You know how there's M&Ms? We're gonna call him Skittles. So Skittles. Skittles. Skittles is literally okay. The ticket man is doing this beatboxing stupid shit, and Skittles is fucking doing this horrible rap in front of everybody on the goddamn train, in front of his sister who's recording the whole time, and it goes on forever.
It goes on for like a minute, and then her sister's like, okay, I would like it better if you stopped like rapping about some sort of misogyny or something. I'm like, who the hell are you, Zoe Quinn?
And plus, at the end of each of his rap, he kept saying the word "ho."
Yeah.
Ho.
At the end of every single rap.
Okay,
blah, 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 blah. Ho! And then you're like, yeah, that was awful.
I'm gonna say something. All right, let me say something since that was this wasn't even 10 minutes of the movie, and this is where I lost it. Romy.
It's at the 5-minute mark.
Dude, Luke, I was in the bathroom taking a John Cena.
Romy went to go take a poopy. I was sitting there.
Poopy.
Yeah, and I was like sitting there thinking, Are you fucking serious?
Dude. I was in the I was in the bathroom, you know, taking a John Cena, a female toxic Avenger, whatever you want to call it, and I had the door shut. I had my other door shut. I was like a couple rooms, and also I hear this. Are you fucking serious? I'm just hearing it. I'm like, oh shit! I know what party you was on too.
All right, before we continue reviewing this movie, let me give my sense out about this. So this is what little kiddies are these days. This is what modern kids are these days.
Punks and
This is what
niggers.
this generation gone to. Freaking little wannabe rappers like this. Are you fucking serious? This is what this generation is. This is what this
what it is.
generation is.
Dude, what it is now. I mean,
Freaking little assholes like that little twerp who's full of baloney. Well, guess what? He can suck my noodle for all I care.
man,
Noodle, huh?
I miss the 1980s.
Oh, I do too.
I lived that decade all the time. Look at all this.
Yeah, look at all that. Look at all those records.
Hair.
Oh, what did Rubber
Oh,
Ducky
no,
do?
the rubber ducky!
Oh, fuck the ducky. There's a little ducky here. That's matters.
Man, Bert's gonna
You
be
better
pissed.
sleep with one eye open because
Bert's gonna be pissed.
Bert's gonna be mad, dude.
I don't give a shit about Bert or Ernie or the rubber ducky.
What did you do with my ducky?
Hey, Bert! Hey, Bert! What happened to my rubber ducky?
I just don't understand one thing. This was the scene. It wasn't even 10 minutes of the movie, and I lost it there. I hated the movie after that little rap scene.
I did. That right there, I was just like,
This kid is not the NWA. He's no Run DMC.
He ain't Ice Cube.
White,
He's not
cannot
little.
rap one shit. He was horrendous.
oh,
What?
it was. And the funny thing about it is, he does this 3 fucking times in the movie.
Oh,
Including in the end credits.
Oh.
yeah.
So, okay, once they arrive,
Once
okay.
they arrive, they get into this area. They're like on this concrete bridge or something, in the middle of like a snowy forest or something. And
it
then
looks like Russia.
yeah, and Russia. And so basically, they meet up with the grandparents, and we see them in the distance. There's grandparents over there. Yay! It's all good and dandy. And then all of a sudden, like I was getting the weird suspicion, like, okay, something's not right with the parents, because the grandmother at first I looked at her, she had like a little awkward.
Oh, dude!
face.
Even Richard Roper said this. From the moment you see them, there was something
Yes.
off and quirky about them. I'm just like, okay, so I know
Yes.
right away something's fucking not right here.
Yeah.
Especially when they don't know.
I thought that too.
Nothing was right at the beginning.
Even the grandfather, who apparently is like, he's just smiling, but you're like, yeah, something's wrong with him. It's obvious.
And then, you know, they finally, okay, they get to their place. Now, okay, remember, the grandparents, the way they got in contact with Paula, the mother, is they found him through Facebook. However, when you get inside the house, there is not one phone or any internet
No
type,
computer,
nothing.
TV, no game console, nothing.
And you know, and I'm okay. And when the kids are, I know we're jumping ahead, but you know, we're just thinking, thinking ad libbing.
Just,
When the kids are on the internet on their laptop, I'm like, how the fuck are they on internet?
how do they have Wi-Fi?
That's what I want. Get on the internet, get on Skype, get on the phone
And
or
you need
whatever.
internet for Skype.
And
There's
here's
no
the,
what happens.
and here's the thing. I love it when Tyler, he pulls out his phone and there's no bars. And he's like, no bars, figured.
Oh my God.
And there's not a neighbor in plain sight.
Yeah, it was fucking bad.
None
Oh,
of-
and then there's another thing they say, like Rebecca. Not Rebecca. Oh yeah, they're instructed to never go to go near the basement because it contains toxic mold. I'm like, wait,
yeah.
no. If there was toxic mold in a
Mhm.
house, you would evacuate immediately
Yes.
and get that
Mhm.
shit removed.
No.
Holy God,
The script.
is fucking stupid.
It was that bad.
There's a
Plus,
sequence later on where M. Night Shyamalan thinks we're fucking retards.
Yes. And that's
And he's
what we're going
done
to get
this-
into towards the end.
And he does.
Next.
He's done this in The Happening
He's done
to
this
a
in...
T. He did it in The Happening so badly that it wasn't even funny. And and here's okay. And another rules they have is the bedtime here, since they're old people, the bedtime is 9:30.
9:30. So they can't stay up at 9:30. They have to go to bed at 9:30. And what goes on around 9:30?
Oh my God.
Well, you see, like the kids are hearing, what's that noise? What's going on up there?
And then all of a sudden, all right, here's my best impression of the movie. Here comes. All right, let me do my impression of this part right here. All right, it's Monday. Here comes Grandma.
That's pretty much she's like walking like a zombie, and she's just takes 2 steps, takes 2 steps. I'm just like,
are you okay? And then they're like, okay, something's not right with Grandma. She's got real. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta contact Mom. They don't.
oh my
Not at all.
No, they don't.
They don't call for medication. They don't call for hospitality. They don't call for They don't go to the general store.
I love it.
Nothing.
Oh yeah, so
You wanna know what the problem was? The problem was Grandma. She actually drank a whole freaking 2-liter bottle of Jack Daniels before going to Betty Bye. That's why she was puking so bad. She was drunk.
Yeah, she was having a strong Manhattan. and then Rebecca she mentions this to John. John, by the way, is
The little twerp.
Yeah. No, that was Tyler. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Oh shit. That what was his?
Who was it?
Okay. That was the grandfather. I'm sorry, Pop, I believe. And she just goes, "Oh, Doris, that's because she just had the stomach flu. It's one of those 24-hour things." I'm like, wait, what?
24-hour stomach flu.
Yeah, it only happens
For
at
Christ's
night.
sake.
It only happens at night when she gets up and she's throwing up. And I love when they're like, because something she has like a tick in her brain where it's like someone's talking in her sleep, and that's why she's doing that.
What kind of tick is it? Like a?
Oh my God, dude.
Here comes
What was the next scene? What was the next scene after that?
Okay.
Did they play hide and seek?
Oh my God, that fucking scene. Okay, so, the next scene is where there's Pop, his name is Pop. The little boy's like, "Hey, Pop," he exits this fucking shed, and he's just like, he just looks at the boy and just walks away.
Yeah, he's
and
like,
then,
"Oh, that's weird."
He's like, that's weird. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, fucking really? And then the kids, M. Night Shyamalan, he's being edgy because he has 2 cameras, one for each kid's perspective, and they're playing hide and seek underneath the fucking house, and all of a sudden here comes what looks like to be a fucking wildebeest, who's moving like if she was Caesar from Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you.
Here comes Grandma playing with them.
What fucking old woman acts like that?
And plus, here's the thing that was really ridiculous. When they were at the girl park, when the grandmother was chasing after the girl, here came the most obvious scene where she was pretty much quote-unquote hiding from her. She didn't even realize that the grandmother was behind her, but clearly she should have known the grandma was going to get her anyway.
Yeah.
It was the most obvious and predictable scene of the whole fucking movie!
Not only that,
even in that scene where she turns around, she's the grandmother. She doesn't move until she's right close to her.
Right. And not only that, fucking Tyler, I swear to God, he acts like this, tough guy wannabe. When fear provokes him, he fucking freezes in place and he's useless.
It's because he has
he's a germaphobe.
He has a paralyzing fear of germs.
And they run that joke down your fucking throat,
including in the climax.
Oh! God damn it! Oh, fucking hell, dude! This
All right,
movie.
and then after they play hide and seek, Grandma's like, "I made shepherd's pie," and then she walks away. I'm like,
Pie.
okay, that was bizarre.
What does shepherd's pie have to do with any of it?
I was like,
I
okay,
don't give a shit about Granny shepherd's pie.
but I love shepherd's pie. In actuality, I do
care.
like pepper.
Shepherd's
I do like shepherd's pie.
There's shepherd's pie.
And then after that, it's like nighttime and stuff. Is it nighttime then?
Well, I think it was the Tuesday, yeah, and the kids, it was like 10:45, and they were hearing some weird noise, some type of like, like rubbing, scratching noises. So they open up the fucking door, and it's old wrinkly ass, butt naked, acting like a goddamn
rabid cat.
Kept acting like a cat, see, scratching on the doors.
Yeah, like.
What?
Yeah.
That's what she was doing. She was acting like a cat scratching on the doors.
Doors.
And she's doing it like in the doors, and she's basically, doing it like if the cat was going after catnip on the wall.
Felt like how my Bella, the way she keeps scratching on the door every time she needs something to scratch on.
Yeah. And the next morning, they were like, okay, I think, did they decide to like split up into like different sections or whatever? The kid goes to find, hey, what's going on with Granddad?
So pretty much Tyler, little germaphobe wannabe hipster wigger or whatever it is.
Yeah, goes.
Why Grandpa goes to this shed all the time. So basically what happens is as soon as Grandpa leaves the shed and everything, Tyler decides to go investigate. This is a scene that really made me sick to my stomach. Anyway, the little kid, he decides to go in the shed, and he was expecting for some clues and everything, or whatnot. Thinking it's blues.
And then he keeps saying, here's what's funny. He keeps saying, is it a dead body? Is it a dead body?
Dead body?
Is it a dead body?
A dead body? A dead fucking body! A dead body.
Oh, and by the way, I have to bring, before he goes in the shed, I have to bring this up. I have to fucking bring this up.
Go ahead.
This little kid, okay, you want to talk about how fucking retarded the screenwriting is from M. Night Shyamalan? What the little kid does, in order to replace his curse words,
he says pop star names.
He says female pop star names. Like if he stumps his toe, he doesn't say shit. He goes, oh, Shakira or Mariah Carey or Katy Perry. I'm just like, who the fuck speaks like that?
Who comes up with this dialogue?
M. Night Shyamalan ding dong.
Absolutely.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And I love it when he goes into the shed. He's like, "Oh, it smells like ass in here." I'm like, "Oh, I guess he forgot to say." I guess he forgot to say Rihanna or Miley Cyrus in this fucking scene.
If he said Miley Cyrus, I would have. Romy, you know exactly what I would do. I would take this ghost pepper chili sauce and chug it down his throat for saying that word.
So he's like, "Oh, it smells like ass in here," and he goes in the fucking corner, and he's like, "I don't."
The spooks.
Yeah, and he's like, God, I don't know what that is, and he investigates. It's like a massive fucking pile on the table in the corner of the shit.
What pile is that exactly? It's a pile of adult diapers filled with logs of feces.
It's fucking diapers filled with shit.
And why, you ask? Well, the grandmother's like, here's the thing, little white boy wigger or something like that. Here's the thing. Your granddad has incontinence. So basically, what that means is that apparently you can't control like what time you go to the bathroom or anything, or what time you have to take a shit or something. Chronic incontinence. That's what it is.
That sounds like me a little bit. But the thing is, I'm on medication for that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
A minute, especially on live air.
We got a germaphobe and a guy who has chronic incontinence.
Well, Gary, the reason why you did that is so you can clean out your butthole for the butt raping you're gonna be taking later on tonight.
Okay.
He likes to run up the butthole.
All right, next scene, shall we? Next
Oh,
scene.
oh, was it the Pop going to dress up for the costume party?
Yeah.
Party.
The costume party, and it was like, I gotta get ready for the costume party, and then like the little daughter's like, when was it? And then the father's like, oh man, I can't believe I'm doing this, because apparently he always like forgets. He apparently always forgets that that the day the costume party happens, which never happens.
You know why the old man is smiling? Oh, doesn't he look funny? Because he has no idea where he is.
No,
He doesn't know.
Just
He doesn't have any idea where the script is.
Oh, jeez. Neither does M. Night Shyamalan. He must have took the script of, I don't know, every other...
Lady on the Water.
Well, and wiped his fucking ass with it. Yeah, and... yeah, only to realize that the party was so many goddamn years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And I'm trying to think what was the next scene.
Was it that part where the daughter was trying to help her out clean the kitchen?
Oh,
this is where I was thinking Hansel and Gretel for a moment. Why? Because here's the thing, though. The grandmother asked the daughter. Well,
Daughter!
Okay, so basically,
the freaking the oven or whatever. As to pull out, and she wants her. Go on, sweetie, get into the microwave, the oven, and clean it.
Microwave.
So
would you mind getting inside the oven to clean it? And like
I
I remember that moment when I saw that in the trailer. Like when she says, "Would you mind getting inside the oven to clean it?" I watched it with my friend, and we were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, this is where we had a Hansel and Gretel moment. But instead, she doesn't get cooked alive.
And except the house is not made out of candy.
Candy,
Yeah,
yeah.
now it's made out of candy, which is bad.
Yeah,
So
and even though there's snow outside, honey, don't never eat yellow snow. Yes, that's not lemon.
Yeah, don't eat.
Yeah, yellow and snow, no go.
But anyways, she
I
asked
love
grandma to go deeper and deeper and deeper into the oven, and the grandma, while she was cleaning out, the grandma looked like she was checking her out and everything.
I thought she was like about to like stab the shit out of her or something, but then she gets out and it's like, that's good. And then that's that.
Oh, by the way, I love it when they're helping each other, and Rebecca's like, "Can you tell me about Ma, Paula?" And then whenever they bring her up, she just fucking loses her shit like an inhuman
They're trying to
being.
have the interview because apparently the daughter wants to have like a documentary, just like to be the first 15-year-old girl to like win an Oscar.
Oh wow, yeah, wonderful.
Or like an Emmy or something. And then she wants to be good. The problem is with her is that she always wants to be perfect. She always wants to be organized. She always wants to
I love it when
be
she's trying to be
prepared.
like a pretentious fucking perfect filmmaker. Yeah, in the movie, she makes some of the stupidest fucking decisions known to man.
Yes.
Oh man, she was clearly no. The boy was the retard. The girl
was the nerd.
The girl was a pretentious dumbass nerd.
And
he got old wrinkly titties and soggy pop and fucking Skittles.
Yeah, we got all those things.
Sour
All we got
Skittles.
is called Skittles.
Or better yet, you know what? You know there's M&M. I have another good name for him. Reese's Pieces. I don't know. Take your pick. And okay, oh my god. Oh, we have to talk about the guests that arrive at their doorstep.
And there was like was there a woman that came by the door?
Hold on a second. Okay. We have a friendly support. Hold on a minute. Let me look.
A friendly supporter who like wants to help the grandparents out.
Yeah, and there's this guy, and he's like, "Hey, is that a camera?" He's
I
like,
used to be an actor.
He does the same stupid shit as the ticket man did on the train.
Except he doesn't beatbox, which, thank God.
Be an actor too.
And I'm like, how fucking dumb can this movie be?
And it
the
gets
worst-
dumber.
It gets,
you
or
wanna-
as I like to say, it just gets
worse.
You want to know the worst thing? That guy, he looks like me again. Again! Every fucking movie! I have to be it!
It happens with the
Every
Oogie Logs.
freaking movie!
It happens
I
with the Oogie Logs.
I like sweet pickle, warm pickle, dill pickle. Fuck, I forgot.
I like sweet pickle,
Wow.
dill pickle, warm pickle, chill pickle, please.
Oh, my favorite.
Oh,
You got
man.
the fuck. You got the fucking fish. You know, I would laugh.
Good time.
And they included the fish in this movie, and he was like the twist. I would have been like, "This is the greatest fuck."
I swear, you want to know the biggest pop-up scare is when the freaking fish's lips pucker up after he got scared.
He's
the
like,
shit out
"Oh,
of
he's like, how about you, fish?" He's like, "Oh, me? How about
him. He's fucking pissed. I think I need some Pepto-Bismol right now.
Yeah, I need some Pepto-Bismol." Fucking
His
Biggie.
fucking face.
Oh man, that's a classic.
I'm sorry, we're talking
review.
about that. We're just trying to ease our minds from this bullshit.
That's a
Yeah.
classic
Hey,
review.
Luke. Hey, Luke. The face.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, shit. At first, that scared the shit out of me. I was like, "Whoa!"
Oh my god, that was great good times.
Oh my
Good
god.
times, man.
Wobbly wobbly.
All
Folks,
around,
just
all
like-
around. It's so much fun to do.
Oh my god. Okay, so throughout most of this whole movie, I was saying the exact same shit Richard Roper was saying.
Yeah.
I was like, "These kids, get the fuck out of the house and run!"
Let me say this about the kids. Even in the climax where like they say like the spoilers and everything, they try to get out of the house, and like they had like a specific strategy, like, hey, maybe if we like play some if we like play around, basically they're just throwing the tennis ball up in the air. It's called playing. No, fucking not.
Oh my god.
And then the grandparents walk away. I'm like, grab your stuff and get out of there. Like,
Exactly.
and
that's the
then
point.
no, they decide to like stay there.
Okay.
What do you do?
Oh, I forgot about this sequence. Okay. So they're riding with their pop-up in a truck, and they're gonna go to
Oh my God, yes, I
the
remember
school,
the two.
the school where Paula, the daughter went, and then all of a sudden they're talking
They go
to
to the school
Papa.
to like where the daughter went, and like the grandparent are going to the daughter's place.
Yeah.
And like he's saying like, man, this is a good place out there. We remember this place. And there's like little girl is like taking the pictures, Wes Anderson style, like being all like beauty. Look at that majestic marvel.
Oh,
You know what she's trying to be? She's trying to be like. She's trying to be
Nicholas Winding Refn.
Yeah.
Oh! That
And then-
pretentious fuck.
And then she turns around and sees the grandfather. She's looking at someone like, that guy's looking at us.
I don't.
He was just sitting there looking at his iPod. That's what he was doing.
He's just minding his own business, and the grandpa's like, he's looking at us. He's been stalking us,
following
and he
us.
goes, and he's been walks up to him, and
chases after them, tries to beat the shit out of him.
In the shadow.
A 70-year-old granddad. It beats the living hell out of this innocent guy, who he's like, dude, what the hell? And they're like granddad or pop, get out of there, quit doing it. And they're like, okay, I'm sorry. What's the next costume party?
oh
Costume.
God. Okay, folks. Now,
They didn't say that, but I'm just adding a joke in there.
okay, so
It's not funny.
they were. Well, shit, I'd rather go to the costume party in The Shining than watch this fucking movie again. And then basically,
Yeah.
they talk to their mom. Oh, but the mother cannot see them because on their laptop, the grandmother accidentally spilled something over the camera.
She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I spilt something on the camera. You wouldn't mind cleaning it up, would ya? Like,
Oh my
you
God.
fucking kidding me. And then they have like this discussion with the mother.
Yeah, this is right before the hairy chest competition on the cruise.
Yeah, yeah, which is the hairy chest competition. Oh my god! All MILFs want to get excited for that. And then
Fucking nasty.
And like the thing is that they're having this conversation with grandma, the mother, and then they're like saying there's something going on with grandmother and granddad, and then like the mother is like, how, and it's like how are you kids doing? I wish I could see you better. Really. And then they're having this conversation like there's something going wrong with granddad. It's just getting out of the control. Grandmother's throwing up all over the place. Grandmother's running through the hallways, which we forgot to mention.
Oh, that
We forgot to mention that scene. We'll talk about it after I say this statement.
Yeah.
And then like she's scratching on the walls. Granddad's taking shits with adult diapers. And then she says the most offensive line. The mother.
Not only offensive, but fucking retarded. And
she says,
let me say something. This was the most offending line that I've heard. One of the most offending lines I've ever heard.
Besides, you look normal from Hottie and the Naughty.
Hottie and the Naughty. This is bad.
Absolutely. What does the mommy say?
They're old.
They're just old.
They're just old.
Yeah, old people, they just tend to do weird things like that. Folks,
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Yeah, they're just old. Let me tell you something. My granddad, he's a veteran. He fought in Vietnam War. He got the Medal of Honor. Oh yeah, he's just old. He tends to do so. No, he doesn't. My grandmother, she was a doctor in Vietnam. Not in Vietnam, during the Vietnam War. All great people. They're fantastic. And they're just old. Because that's the explanation. They're just old.
Yeah, my grandmother is 80. Yeah, Gary knows her. My grandmother's 84 years old, and she's awesome, isn't she?
She fucking acts like she's still in her teens. Which is quite good.
Or look at what's his name? He passed away a few years ago. He was 96. He was like known as one of the best fitness dudes.
Christopher Lee. Was it Christopher Lee?
No. Jack Falane. I forget what his name was. Dude, this dude is like the king of fitness. Yeah, at 70 years old, he was pulling.
So buff.
At 70 years old, he was fucking pulling boats while swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah, old my ass.
Boats.
Yeah, boats. Yeah. Oh, it's because they're old. I'm like,
right.
That's the reason. And the kids, the fucking kids. This is where M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong is treating their kids, or treating us like fucking retards. Where they go on their goddamn phones, which, like I said, I don't know how they're able to, since there is no internet or phone system.
Why.
And they're like, oh, yeah, see, it's like a chemical reaction in the neurological brain structure that forces people like this to do such things. I'm like,
yeah, freaking really?
Gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm sorry,
Please.
I don't. Going to a shed in the middle of nowhere and stacking and putting their fucking shit-filled diapers in the corner, or
grandmother running around with her arms behind her back.
Yeah, like a bull in a china shop, and then she's crawling on the ground like that thing from The Grudge, really creepy ass, and almost getting to him before they shut the door on there. I'm just like,
Jesus.
You gotta be.
She's just old.
Or the scene where she's rocking back and forth in a rocker chair, staring at the wall, fucking laughing, and then she says something to the daughter, and all of a sudden she gets out her scarf and tries to strangle herself, kill herself in front of her granddaughter. Oh, she's old, folks. They do weird things like that.
Old. Folks, I'm gonna tell you something.
God damn this movie.
My pops. Where do you think I get my humor from that you people see me do? Where do you think I get it from? Well, that's just normal. I'm pool player. He kicks my ass in pool all the time. Yeah, saying old. Yeah, you may say he's old. Hey, his pool name's the Old Man, but that's just pool. Folks.
I'm sorry. You know what? Recently there was a guy. I don't know if you heard of him. You know, he's like 70+ years old, and he made one of the greatest fucking action movies in years. It's called Mad Max Fury Road.
Yes.
George Miller. He's over 70, and he was doing shit. He's doing shit like that.
For best director. Or
He's
at least
my
I
pick
think.
for best director this year too, by the way.
Yes. Me too.
Unbelievable. Or I'm sorry. There's another guy. His name is Clint Eastwood.
He's over 60.
No, he's in his 80s now.
Jesus.
He's still doing movies.
Yeah,
He's
and he
one of
just
the
did
most
American
badass-
Sniper. Fucking,
Unbelievable. He's still badass. Still badass today.
Yeah, I agree.
But anyways, continuing on where we left off.
Alright, and we forgot to mention the running down the hall scene.
Oh, with the grandmother, how they open up the door.
Yeah, explain it, Jerome. Explain it.
Oh, God.
And basically, they like, where they hear these noises, and you know, the tension's building. Honestly, you see the grandmother. You know, when she passes by she makes these demonic sound like, and she's running back and forth up and down the fucking hallways like an imbecile, and then she's crawling on the floor really fast, you know, towards them, and they shut the door. It's like, what the fuck?
Those demonic sounds, that was grandmother taking a snort of meth.
Yeah.
And I need to say that you know, the grandmother the grandmother is like the thing about that is that I'll say this. The thing about this movie is that people say it's really creepy.
No, it's not. It's not even scary.
The thing about being creepiness is that you have to set up like a really broad atmosphere, which it kind of like, okay, it's fine. It's dark, but there might be a jump scare around here, and we'll get to a jump scare in a minute. And like every time they execute a jump scare, it ends up from like. You make a jump scare like really scary, and you want it to be scary. It just ends up being like, what the hell?
Yeah, just like what the hell. You want to know something that is creepy?
You're not like this. You're like.
I'm just like, fucking really? Oh, and then we have the scene where they install a camera.
Oh God.
To record the reactions. How the fuck did the grandmother knew where the camera was in the first place?
Yes. Right.
I don't know that. That's what I
Not only
wanted to
that,
know.
but what she does, you know, she picks it up, she sits it on the ground, and she has a fucking Michael Myers knife in her hands, you know, trying to open up their door to kill them. And then what does she do? She couldn't do it.
She walks away.
She picks up the camera, put it back where it was, and walks away. I'm like, what the fuck?
What is the point of these things?
Complete utter stupid.
And you know how she found out the camera? How she found out the camera was? She first of all, she was like banging on the door like.
Oh my god.
And then she's walking around till we don't see her anymore. And then we don't see her in a while, but she's like this. Making this monster sound. And
it's like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
What the hell? It went from like you just changed from like creepiness to like retardedly creepy.
Yeah.
Because it tried to execute that jump scare, and it tried to do it well, but then it's ruined by that sound she makes.
It was a jump scare that turned into like a jump scare of a what the hell?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll be scared if she did the Five Nights at Freddy's sound effect.
Which one? I
mean, the first one. That's
the first one. Okay.
Scared. The one that Austin uses for every jump scare. I'm not serious. Every time I hear that, I'm like, shit.
Well, the one I hear that scares me the most is Five Nights at Freddy's 4.
Oh man! By the way, so let you know, on that Halloween special, I'm gonna be doing that game.
Halloween night, baby.
I'm doing Halloween night for my Halloween special.
You know, I would have laughed if the twist was actually the animatronics from Five Nights at Freddy.
Yeah.
That would have been funny as shit. But okay, so
Granddad, what are these animatronics doing in my closet?
he's like, oh, look at the golden teddy bear, how cute.
You want to know something that is creepy? Romy's shits that he takes. That's
I know,
creepy.
man. John Cena's. You know what? If they would have opened up that door instead of the grandmother running up and down the hallway, it was fucking Foxy.
Oh, fuck. I hate that little bastard.
Yeah, Foxy's like, what did I miss, guys?
I hate
And
that
then
little
it
bastard.
just dies.
You know, and all of a sudden he just peeks out of the corner going, "Hey!" You know, like he does when you're in the fucking. I'm like, oh shit! That would have scared me. But
Yeah.
okay, so they got the recorded footage, and they get a hold of their mother, and the camera on their laptop starts to work.
Yeah.
And
then they got the stain out off the camera, which
yeah, and I love it. Go ahead, Gary.
I was gonna say
Oh, there's another scene. Oh my god. Okay, I'm so glad I've just realized this. There's a scene where Rebecca goes up to the pop-up, you know, who's in the horse stead, and he's got a fucking double-barrel shotgun in his mouth, and all of a sudden she gets caught.
like that.
No,
He's like,
I'm
"Oh,
just cleaning it.
Yeah, well, okay, here's the thing, though. If he was pretty much, giving the gun a blowjob, apparently that was an easier way to clean it since he was giving it a blowjob.
Okay, that was pretty funny. I was like, dude.
So he was giving a blowjob, just like how Alana wants to blow Romy. Okay, not that one.
Oh my god, I would make sweet love to her delicious, bleached, clean booty hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, Romy, it's never gonna happen.
Of course not, because
Yeah.
Vince McMahon. Oh yeah, you know how he is, yeah. And get a hold of. Yeah. So they get a hold of bitch ass mom, who they were like, hey, they've been finally just. It's like, dude, pick us up right now. I'm like, the last fucking day they finally say something.
Yeah, they do, because it's like, thank God. No. They where's like after that scene where she's running all the way down the halls. Although we forgot like a lot of scenes over there. Like after the running down the hall scene, like the little turd, the white wigger, is like imitating her. Hey, he's like, hey, guess what I am?
Oh,
She's imitating him like, fucking really.
Yeah,
and then they were like, what's in the well or something?
What's in the well?
Oh my god.
It's a thing called water. That's what it is.
Water.
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 What a drink of water.
Hey Gary, say she's gonna laugh when I say this. Ready? Say Whataburger.
Whataburger.
Whataburger. So, and then we have once again they try to. I remember there's scenes where they're interviewing Rebecca. Not only themselves. Oh my god,
they were interviewing themselves. They were like interviewing the brother of how the backstory with their dad and all the divorce and all that. It's like this is like to the point where it's like, okay, this is forced.
Freaking divorce. That's what.
Freaking divorce.
Divorced.
Divorce.
Divorce.
And then like they were interviewing the 15-year-old girl who was like she wants to be perfect, and like she's doing like the interview, and then like the little boy is just asking like really some of the questions are kind of like really uncomfortable for her, like like that makes her like really embarrassed, because she tells her that that your shirt is inside out, right? Like she looks at her tag and is like, oh shit, it is. And then she asked her like really just uncomfortable questions like were you in love with the pizza guy earlier or something like that? I don't remember. This is
some of the dumbest fucking writing I've heard in a long time.
I know, dude.
I thought the writing for High and Naughty was that bad.
Well,
that's ain't it the truth.
And when they're I remember when they're interviewing like the grandmother, and she asks about her mom Paula. What does she do? She acts like if she's getting a fucking exorcism or something. She's like smacking her head and shaking violently. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like that. It's like, stop, grandmother, stop. Okay.
Where the fuck is her helmet?
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to know.
And so the thing is that, there is another scene that she's having an interview with, the grandmother. Because she was like wondering to know like what happened during the relationship between the daughter and her and the grandmother. And so like every time they mention it, she's like, God damn it, quit mentioning her. And she's like, okay, let's make this a different story. Like, what if this is like a little girl who'd been in a fight with her parents?
Yeah,
and then basically she ran away forever and never seen them for 15 years.
This is so fucking retarded. How the hell do this?
And then the grandmother's like, I feel so sorry for that little girl. And then like the kids are trying to like to figure out the elixir, and then they're like when she said that statement, she's like, that's the elixir.
Oh my god.
The once again, the elixir is the power of love.
Huey Lewis, ladies and gentlemen.
Huey Lewis
the power of love.
Oh my god.
This movie
is so fucking retarded.
I just want to know. And by the way, I'm looking at the chat right now. Only one person's coming, which is our buddy Justin.
Justin, yeah. Maybe should we text him now? I'm sorry
to say, call me a bad guy, but the people who aren't watching are people who like this movie. Okay, I'm gonna bring this to your attention. This ought to get you people to watch. Explain to us three what is so enjoyable about this movie. Explain to us everything.
I can't find a single thing.
There's only one. I said there's only one redeeming quality, and that's Catherine Hahn's like good-looking hot MILF. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
The people who like this movie, please explain why this movie is so enjoyable. I want to know why, especially you seeing a naked granny scratching the doors like a kitty cat. Oh, how perfect!
Oh, okay, ready?
Fun.
Look at it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we gotta talk about the twist. The twist
that's what I'm gonna go to. That's what I'm gonna go to.
Obvious.
Don't mention it, Gary. Don't mention it. Let me do it.
Oh my god.
Because this is one of the most obvious twists
easily
I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, here's the thing. They have this discussion. It's like, okay, this is like we're having like a lot of it's like they finally get to the discussion with the mom who's got out of vacation, so she's back home from the cruise. And I wish it was the Disney cruise, but
Disney cruise.
Basically she gets back home from her vacation, and then she's like, "Hey, grandmother, we're having a really fun time with our grandparents." And then they show them on the grandparents on the computer screen, and then here it is. The mom is like, it's like, you see, they're acting stranger. They're like acting usually strange recently, and then the mom is like, kitties, those aren't your grandparents.
Oh, fuck.
Wasn't that obvious?
Yeah. It's like, no duh, Mom.
I mean, is it that fucking obvious? Especially where, okay, Luke, you said something 7-8 minutes into the movie, and I was like,
7 minutes in. Like 7 minutes in, I was just like having a discussion with them, like, before, when they met the grandparents, I'm like, okay, something is wrong. In the first 7 minutes, I was like, I knew something was wrong with the grandparents. In the first 11 minutes, in like 11 minutes and 19 seconds, you see on one of the billboards one of the grandparents that does not look like them.
No.
The real grandparents.
Yeah. And I was like, is that true? So I went back, and guess what, folks? It is exactly true.
Yes. On one
Well-
scene when they get back from the school, and when they're like making breakfast or something. I don't know. One in the 11-minute mark, one in like the halfway mark.
And I love it when they're like, okay, you need to come pick us up right now. And the mother's like, what's going on? You know, I was like, finally, you fucking say something.
Finally, you're like,
And then the mother call, okay, incompetent fucking police. The mother calls the police. No one answers. He's like, oh, goddamn hick town. I'm like, oh, my God. Okay, and this app answers up to a whole new series of questions. Okay, if they're not really their grandparents.
We'll answer them like
Oh,
towards the end of the video.
fuck.
Here's the thing. They're like, kids, pack up your clothes. Like, it's gonna get like really extremely dangerous. We're calling the police. I was like, oh crap, the police won't answer. Okay, I'm gonna like go over to the police station and like make sure they like get over to your place immediately. Then the next day, the kids hatch up a plan to like escape the facility. But guess what? Here's the freaking thing. They're like, you know what? We need a distraction. We need to like know, like, hey, granddad, we're playing. Why? Because we're throwing the tennis ball up in the air. Yeah, that's playing.
Oh my God! I'm laughing because of how fucking retarded this is.
If they're gonna make an escape from this place, why the fuck do they have to tell
Why
them?
didn't they run? Why didn't they run? Here's the thing. If you're gonna make a plan, then make it work. They tried to make a plan. Yeah, they had the distraction. They don't fucking leave.
No.
They
Dude,
don't leave.
I'm sorry,
tried to
after the
make-
first fucking
like,
night.
they try to make a distraction again, they don't leave. They don't leave.
Unbelievable.
So bad.
And then there was like another scene where, you know, freaking 15-year-old is like trying to help with the grandma, you know, fixing the, you know, the oven again.
Oh God.
They do it the second time, and then the grandmother's like, she closes it up, and then she traps the little girl, like, and then she's cleaning the outside of the oven, and then she gets her out. I'm like, okay, that was bizarre, but you almost tried to burn this girl alive, but okay.
Jesus.
So retarded. And here's the thing. Yeah, Gary's moving around like a metronome.
If he keeps doing it, his fucking head's gonna fall right off his shoulders, dude.
Yeah. And so like they're like, let's like, since it's the last game, we'll do family game night. We'll play a board game. I'm thinking Yahtzee.
I'm the Grand Master of Yahtzee.
I'm the Yahtzee master.
Oh
That's what the
God.
granddad says. I'm like, okay, this is kind of
And
fine.
and when they're playing the game, you literally hear him shitting his fucking pants.
Him sharding his pants. Is that what he did?
Yes.
Well, the difference with the grandpa and Romy shitting his pants is Romy does it funny. Grandpa does it.
Yeah. Cornflakes.
One,
Like the part was like.
Oh my God! It was fucking repulsive.
And then like when he shits his pants, he goes like this. He has this expression on his face. He's like.
I'm sorry, but someone did that already, and it was really funny. It was Eddie Murphy and the Nutty Professor. All right.
Yeah. He had,
Really,
like,
God damn it! I
this,
just missed him.
he's like.
yeah, that's talk about the fish that Cookie loves shitting himself. And he drinks that whole
Oh my God! Yes. Okay. He would have been like this.
If he made that face, I would have laughed.
Yeah, cross-eyed.
He fucking shits his pants, and he's like, in his mind, he's like, uh-oh.
I could use some adult diapers right now.
Oh my God. This
Okay,
movie is
and then
fucking
like as soon as they were playing Yahtzee, like the little girl like tried to like pack up her stuff, try to find the camera again, and then the little boy's like stuck with the grandma, and then the grandma does something so fucking bizarre, which I had a face like this. And
I was just
that
like,
was at the point. That was at the point where she was like eating rice cakes like a rabid
Yeah,
dog or something.
She
And
looks
then
like
And then
took a
she
dump.
rolls the Yahtzee dice, and then she's like, Yahtzee!
I'm like, what the fuck?
You know what?
And then Skittles is like, sister?
You want to know something about Yahtzee? If I said Yahtzee, ooh, my favorite.
That's my favorite.
Oh, Yahtzee, my favorite game.
Ooh,
It's not as good as my milkshakes. Oh.
Ain't it the truth? Oh.
Okay.
Good
Here's
times,
okay.
good times.
Why do I fucking hate found footage films? Here's one of the reasons why.
Because they don't drop the fucking camera.
They don't drop the goddamn camera, especially when their life is in danger. In this movie, oh my god.
Here's okay, and then we get, and then okay, continue where we're gonna say drum because I'm about to set it up for the.
Okay. What part? What part? Cause I don't want to.
When she gets in the basement.
Oh my god.
She gets in the basement.
She goes in the basement and she might have to turn around and someone will be there. You never know.
And then it's like it's so dark, like it was like so dark in there. She's like being creepy and all that stuff. I expected like a cat to jump out like meow. You know, the traditional jump scare cat, but no, that didn't happen.
That's funny because they did that in the movie The Perfect Guy. They did, dude.
Fuck that movie too. Screw that movie.
You know what? I hate to say this again. Someone did that, you know, the cat jumping prank, and it was funny as shit. It was called Horrible Bosses. All right.
Yeah.
So, oh man, and when she goes in the basement, she realizes something.
Very peculiar.
Peculiar.
Which she gets over there, and there's like, oh, there's some blood stains all over there. She sees like the jackets. She sees like very peculiar jackets. I'm like, Maple Oak Mental Institution. The grandparents, they're not the kids' real grandparents. They're a pair of escaped mental patients posing as the grandparents.
Wasn't that the obvious?
Obvious twist ever.
If they were the grandparents, how the fuck did they get into the house? That's what I wanted to know.
Exactly.
Well, not only that, if these people are working at a mental institution and those two are the reason for them to be dead and missing and they escaped, why isn't there any search and rescue or any other type of like?
Why isn't there any FBI or police station?
Shit.
That's what I want to know.
I mean, look at the movie Prisoners or Gone Girl. Okay.
You know, like how the grandma was like walking on all fours and shit. I was expecting like the dog catcher to go and catch her, like, hey, get back here.
When she was walking on all four legs, she looked like that chick from what was that movie? The Exorcism.
The Exorcism. The Last Exorcism.
Last Exorcism. She looked like that chick from Last Exorcism.
Yeah.
You want to?
You don't have to put makeup on that crazy wrinkly old
Exorcism.
And then we get back to like the little boy. He's being like scared out of his fucking mind because like the grandmother is like doing something bizarre, like doing this with her hands.
Oh my god!
All that stuff. I'm like, is this supposed to be scary or creepy or anything?
Nope. What the?
Oh, and I love it how and then this is where the pop, you know, fake pop
finds her.
Well, he finds her, and instead of fucking dropping the goddamn camera, you know, and running. Oh no, we can't drop the camera because then we don't have.
Because it's a movie. Because it's a movie. We can't. We're supposed to like.
How contrived.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And then the old granddad is trying to is wrestling her well, at least he wrestles better than John Cena. And then,
that's true.
Buckethead.
Yeah.
Buckethead.
And then he's trying to wrestle her on the ground, beating the hell out of her. And then here's the thing. The little boy is scared out of his mind. He's not doing shit.
No, he freezes
watching
in place.
He doesn't shit.
Watching her.
He doesn't save his own sister at all. He just sits there like a little ass.
No, here's the thing. Before he was getting And then the uncle or the granddad is like trying to wrestle her, and then she puts her in the door and locks the door, and she's trapped there. And now it's between him and Skittles. Now here's the thing with him and Skittles.
Oh my fucking
As
god!
soon as the granddad touches his cheek, like he has like dirt all over him. He touches his cheek like like this. He stood in place because he has a paralyzing fear of germs. Oh, and I love this subplot because he's afraid of germs. I forgot to mention this. He's afraid of germs that he was 8 years old on a tackle football team.
That's wild.
And then he's like he was trying to tackle him, but what happened? Fucking stood there in place. Not trying to tackle the guy. He stood there. And that was like one of the things. And then he does the same thing in here, except the granddad is like being all Mr. Nevercracker or something like from Monster House.
And then, wasn't that the shit from his diaper?
Little front.
Oh yeah, and he goes around the corner and he takes off his fucking diaper.
Adult diaper. Here's the climax,
Bullshit.
folks, and we're not making a word of this up. The granddad takes out his adult diaper with his like business inside of it. He grabs his diaper. He's like, I never liked you, you son of a bitch.
He's like, I heard you're afraid of germs, huh?
And then he puts the diaper full of shit on the kid's face.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was.
That is so funny. That is so creepy.
You thought Two Girls One Cup was bad.
Yeah, and then you have the girl who's trying to get away from old wrinkly titties, and they're in the bedroom. She's got the
scene. I remember that scene so well.
Yeah, and she's playing like peekaboo.
She's like.
Yeah, and what does she do? She's so stupid. She turns around.
She's looking at the mirror like, please don't let her hurt me. Please don't let her hurt me. Please
with
don't
the
let her hurt me.
camera in her hand, and she's
and then
coming
like the grandmother's like coming from like the covers and stuff, and like people were like, oh. I'm like, are you kidding me, people? Like, cause you can obviously tell like this was leading up to like a certain jump scare at this point. Cause like, what else would happen? What else would happen? Would the grandmother be like the T-Rex in Jurassic Park, and then the girl's like, if you stay still, she won't attack you if you don't move.
Turn the light off.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, freeze!
And they get in this fucking fight while she's. Oh yeah, the grandmother grabs her and she's holding the fucking camera still. I'm just like, really?
Oh, gosh, they don't want to break the $900 camera. If my dad, if he caught me with his $800 camera, he'd get the shit out of me for that.
Yeah. And here's the thing, the girl, and then we get like our first women empowerment scene.
Oh my God.
We have the part where the girl is like she's fighting with the grandma, like trying to like bite her like she's a zombie from the Walking Cliché, dead. And then she's like trying to like eat her like she's from Cannibal Holocaust or something for the Green Inferno. And then she's trying to like get her, and then she like as soon as like the jump scare happens, like she breaks like parts of the mirror, like, and then the mirror breaks, and then she gets like a jagged piece of the mirror and starts stabbing her neck, like stabbing the grandma's neck.
I was like, about fucking time, dumb shit.
Like I would be like, women empowerment.
I'm surprised
women.
I'm surprised that the girl's hand wasn't bleeding with all the glass in her hand like that. Like she was wrapped with nothing. I'm surprised her hand wasn't bleeding.
Except like her face is filled with stains. And I thought for a moment they were gonna do something like Oculus, where the kids commit the murder and they go to jail.
Yeah.
Which I thought they were gonna do, but no, they didn't do that. Otherwise, that would be a ripoff.
And then we get to the scene where the daughter, Rebecca, after she kills old wrinkly tits, she goes after
like tackling the granddad, like having like on a piggyback ride or something, like trying to tackle him, but she can't do it because she's skinny as hell.
Yeah, and the boy just stands there, dudes.
And the boy just standing there like, wish I
because
could
he
help, but
Hmm.
he just put shit all over my face, man. I'm not gonna move.
Oh my
But there's like fucking deuce, and I was like, tackle him, and then he's like, fuck this, yeah, tackles him, and then like
He
instead of
slams his
like
fucking head in the locker room door.
yeah, he's like slamming the door, and then he's like saying all these swear words and stuff. I'm surprised he didn't say anything like fucking Rihanna.
Well, I thought he did.
Rebecca Black, Katy Perry, Mariah
Oh,
Carey.
and
But
like
he
during
didn't. He
this,
was like swearing like crazy, like
not
a
only
freaking
that, it was,
psychopath.
and he was saying some of the dumbest shit. And then when
Tackle the
oh,
player!
and oh, here's another
Holy
cliche.
tackle!
Here's another cliche. Once they got rid of the old people, the cops show up right afterwards.
Thank
Oh,
fuck!
about
Finally.
time!
And they
Where was
played this musical score. I'm like, am I supposed to take this fucking seriously?
Yes!
No. See, what were the cops? What were they doing? They were either off downtown getting banged by some whores. Yeah, whores. Yeah, they were getting banged by some whores.
You know what they were doing? They were getting chocolate donuts.
Chocolate donuts. They were off in town banging some whores, or either that they were either off going to Krispy Kreme, getting some chocolate donuts or something.
Chocolate!
They were talking
Or they were doing their coffee break or whatever. And the
coffee.
You know what?
Hey Gary, I bet you they were at their
We're
local.
sorry.
I bet you they were at the local pub talking to the bartender.
Yeah, the board.
Oh, friendly bartender.
Oh, okay. You know what I love? Okay, when they finally see the cops out and they're running, running to their moms, they drop the fucking camera.
Oh!
Oh, so
about
you
time
couldn't
they
do that when.
camera.
Oh wait, they did. He was fighting the granddad. But he did do that when they were fighting the granddad, but it was like.
Well,
only
that was
temporary. It was only temporary. It was a fight scene.
Yeah. Fuck.
It was.
Well,
It
remember,
was
there's
so.
two cameras. There's two cameras.
Two cameras, double the fun.
And then they have, and then they talk to the mother for the last time, and she, Rebecca asks Paula like, what happened the day she left. You know, she had a physical
She
fight with her.
finally says it.
She has
had
a
a fight
physical
with her
fight
parents.
with her parents, and she never visited them after that.
And then.
Even though John and Doris had tried to contact her afterwards, and Paula, she finishes off, and it was reconciliation was always possible if she wanted it, but she didn't because she's a piece of
bitch.
She's a bitch. She's a fucking selfish piece of shit.
A selfish person who does not care about her daughters. Even towards the end, she does. And has no discerning, like, she's, like, here's the questions that need to be answered. Why would you take your kids to see your grandparents even though you've never seen them in your life for 15 years? And it was their first time seeing them.
Not only, like, first time seeing them, first time talking to them, know any whereabouts of them, and never knew who they were at all in their whole fucking lives, and especially for the mother who had a bad relationship with them because of an incident. What the fuck?
Yeah. And then and then like it's doing like this whole dramatic, like the sharing moments with like the divorced dad or the dead dad, I don't care. And then like the dad, they're like having like the birthday party, yay, it's so good memories, remember that? And then like it fades to black. And then there's a little title card that says, my brother wanted me to add this. And then
fucking God.
The little boy raps again.
Right here! This motherfucker!
Oh, come on! Why did they kill the rubber ducky?
Oh, fuck the ducky!
Fuck a duck up its butt.
Yeah, fuck a duck up its feathery butt. Dude, seriously, like, why are you doing that to the ducky? You're not gonna have no company when you take a bubble bath.
Yeah, I know, man. Like, yeah.
But oh my God!
And like as soon as he's rapping, the credits roll. So you're like, fuck this, I'm leaving.
I'm fucking
You know,
done.
I had to listen to the rap until it like faded to the actual credits.
That's
I
exactly
couldn't take anymore.
me neither. This is
Like,
one of the
after I
stupidest
took the scene,
fucking movies.
I turned it off. It's over.
It was that stupid.
I'm sorry, I don't get what people see in this.
Okay, speaking of that, okay. So,
I even said this. I said this on my fucking on the painting game. This is the 8th time this year I've given a 0.
I gave a 0.
This is a fucking 0. This movie
I
is
give it a 0
garbage.
too, man.
okay, I'm looking at the chat box right now. This movie wasn't great. It wasn't.
Fucking
Kobe.
The kid was not funny, for God's sake. He was
no. He was
annoying little
he was
brat the whole
annoying.
Hey,
He was
Kobe, if you think Olaf was annoying, this motherfucker is annoying as hell.
Olaf
Okay,
looks like
Olaf. Hey, Olaf. At least with Olaf, first of all, he had some clever jokes.
Any like they gave him like okay, this like he
gave
wasn't
him
like Jar Jar. He didn't have as much time as Jar Jar Binks, where Jar Jar Binks filled 75% of the screen. He was in there. Olaf, he's like 25% of it in there.
And not only that, he had some
they gave him-
actually touching scenes, man.
Yeah,
This motherfucker.
this little kid.
he was the most annoying thing. He was a little boy who can't rap, and he thought he's a rapper. Where clearly he's not. He's just
Okay, man, I gotta ask the question: who is more torturous to sit through, the kid in The Visit or the kid in Vacation?
Okay, you know
That's
what?
what-
Someone asked me this. Someone asked me this, and you know what? That's a good question.
A kid trying to kill his brother, or a kid rapping horribly?
Oh my God.
Kid
Okay,
killing
you
his
know what?
brother wins.
Okay, you know what I called the one for Vacation? I called him Rosemary's Baby
Yeah.
because he is Satan's fucking. He is
How
fucking
about
Satan.
Lucifer?
Or Beelzebub. I bet you he has a pentagram tattoo on his arm.
Yeah. I bet he's like, in actuality, he's like 15 years old, and he's like, "Sup, bitches," carrying around like a pentagram.
Justin-
on his arm.
He works for he's with the Illuminati.
Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah, fuck this movie. This
To
movie,
hell with
I don't
it.
think I have ever been this pissed off since I saw Pixels and Vacation.
Man, I saw this movie, and this is another 0 I have.
Yep, same here.
Okay.
I have 6. I have like I think 7 zeros.
This is
Probably. I have one for 50 Shades of Grey,
Oh god.
one for Fantastic Four,
Fantastic Foreskin.
one for Pixels, one for Terminator Salvation, which I gave a 0.52, and I changed it because of the horrible ending.
Oh, you mean the after
Pursuit.
credits? Oh yeah.
Yes, I fucking hated that
Okay.
ending. Then Hot Pursuit,
Oh shit.
Unfriended, Serena, and now this.
Oh, I still have not seen Serena.
Alright. As for The Visit, this is gonna be on my worst list for sure, hands down.
Absolutely.
But it's not gonna be my number one. Josh Gad, fuck you. That's all I gotta say.
Hey!
Yes, I know. Yes, I just said my worst movie. Everybody knows it. I'm not gonna bother saying it except Josh Gad, fuck you. That's it. But anyways,
Lord S. Jr.
Lord S. Jr.
Lord ass Frollo.
Lord S. Jr.
Lord S. Jr. But anyways, let me talk.
Lord
Let me
ass
talk.
Jr.
This movie right here was one of the most. I want to know one thing. I want people to explain right now.
Same here. Same here.
Well,
In
let's
this
answer
chat
questions.
box, explain right now. Please explain right now why this movie was good. Because
Explain us why. Explain us like everything is like. Oh, there are some moments that are so tongue in cheek. What is so tongue in cheek
please
About
about
getting diapers.
a guy shitting diapers in his 70s?
get a little kid who's not even funny whatsoever. You want to know?
What
Okay,
is so tongue in cheeky about a woman walking around and being butt naked, scratching on the door?
Like a cat on meth. Or
Yeah.
walking around like a zombie going, "Bleh, bleh, bleh."
little bug. I don't understand. I want to know what it is right now. I just want to know what it
I
is
love
right
it.
now.
Some
By the
people
way,
told me, like, I didn't see the twist coming. I'm like,
Seriously,
dude, I fucking saw
I
it
had-
coming easily.
I was like, I have proof, like Jerome, like. I have
I have
proof.
proof. Fucking.
Yeah, about this movie.
Listen, these people, they're the grandparents.
Yep.
11 minutes in, they're the grandparents.
That's the real ones. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this, but guess what? I don't care. At least Romy acts like himself. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Hard to say, but yeah, at least Romy acts like himself. Yeah, but anyways, this movie itself, it's a 0 out of 5, hands down.
The kid Kobe's like, the kid was effing funny. What was so funny about him?
He was just a little
Nothing.
He was obnoxious. He was an annoying little twerp. He's rapping his fucking garbage.
He's
his
like
side
a minion
plot.
if he actually spoke English.
Oh my god. You know what he is? He's like Justin Bieber if he was fat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was originally gonna give this movie 1 out of 5, but just more discussing this
1
movie.
out of 5?
More
Oh, Justin gave it
5 for me.
No, what? Yeah, he gave it a 1 out of 5.
Okay, closing. Let's answer some questions that weren't exactly answered. We already answered one question, but let's answer more. Like,
where was the search? Where's the FBI? Where was the search
where was
mission?
the FBI? How did the grandparents text them on Facebook if there's no Wi-Fi?
No, well,
How did the loonies escape from the prison?
Well, not only that. Okay,
How did they hatch an escape plan where they had it perfectly, but they didn't run away?
Also, how did that fuck did they knew where they lived?
And also, how did they I have lost my question.
Well, is that the one I was gonna say?
No, I lost my question. I was gonna ask.
Why? I mean, why would a grandma? What kind of grandparents would act like this?
Not only would it act like this, I'm surprised people that fucking old would work at a mental institution.
Plus, here's another question I want to know. This is kind of a serious question. My other question is, why is Romy so fat? That's what I want to know.
Oh, fuck out of here. You call him fat. I'm like, you're like the skinniest fat dude ever. You're skinny. You got them fucking, like pale, like, chest, like a fucking pale chest. You look like you're
fucking Gary twists his nipples.
Look at him. He's twerking his nipples like he just made, like,
his dinner plate nipples.
Dinner plate. Why?
I love boyhood.
Oh, that's John Cena. Hey, oh, John Cena. Hey, I was in the movie Fred. I was playing his father. My favorite video game character is King Hippo. I throw punches like that fat fuck.
I was and I was actually really funny for once.
Don't jump into bowling.
Okay, you know what? You know what's pretty sad? You know it's pretty sad when John Cena can rap better than the fat kid.
That's true. That's so true.
G. Colby, seriously, say something that has meaning for once. He's
just explain to us. We always want to hear opinions. We always want to hear explanations.
Okay, like this is what he.
We always want to hear answers.
This is seriously.
Try to answer the questions we try to ask.
He goes, first time ever, I agree with Mark Ellis and Chris Stuckman. Okay, fucking wonderful. But I explained why I agree with Richard Roper. I gave details. And then he goes,
me.
Yes! And we're like, he goes, Pixels, Fantastic Four, Unfinished Business. Those are worse. Guys, fuck Richard Roper. Constructive, my friend. Really constructive.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude. Give us... Oh, no. I want to hear this.
Answers. Give us explanations. Give us, tell us why they didn't have Wi-Fi, why the police couldn't contact in time, how they were able to find the house in the middle of nowhere. How.
Why does it have so many fucking dumb horror cliches? Like, oh yeah, a house in the middle of nowhere, phones don't work, no neighbor in sight, characters that are fucking dumb, they never leave the house. All horror cliches.
Why did they add a scene where there's a shitty shed? Literally, a shitty shed. And also, I want to know my personal sake why Romy is fat. That's another thing I want to know. But,
fuck. Yeah, you're like the skinniest fat dude I know, mister. I look like I'm carrying twins.
Yeah.
Cocksmug.
But anyway,
You know, it's kind of funny because, you know, what a coincidence. We're talking about Fuckboy Buckethead and the fat kid, we called them Skittles.
Yeah. It should be called like sour Skittles.
FBS.
Taste the rainbow, motherfuckers.
Fuck the rainbow.
Well, that's what John Cena does. It's called Vince McMahon.
But seriously, chat box,
Give us
explain.
no comment section. Just explain to us.
Dude, seriously, there's nothing.
Explain to us why the ending you didn't see coming.
Dude, I told you, I saw it coming a long time ago.
I saw this coming in the first 7 minutes. Absolutely.
And you know what, my boy, 0599, hey, what's up, you guys? You know what he said to me? He said this. You know, he had a different opinion about us, but you know what he said to me? He goes, you know what, Jerome? I have a feeling, and I know right away, Jerome, you are going to hate this movie, and he was right.
The Visit.
Yep.
So,
did you like it?
He gave it a B-. I asked him why, but I'm not gonna hold it against him.
I think he said like the same thing that we were talking, like you know, other people have been talking about online or on YouTube. I think that's probably like the same thing that they were referring to. But
I just really want to know.
I know tons of people out there who freaking hate this movie. Even Shane O'Mac never saw it, and he still like didn't want to.
Dude, Shane O'Mac, I was just telling him, you know, some shit here and there, and he predicted the goddamn twist.
Even though he never saw the movie. That's how easy. That's how obvious it is.
Fuck a duck up its butt. I cannot. Well, speaking of that, Gary, he's probably gonna be doing that after this video's over. So basically,
Rubber ducky.
A rubber ducky, you're the one.
You have a deal though.
Oh my boy. Hey Gary, coffee.
Coffee.
Man. But in any case, The Visit for me,
it's a fucking zero. I'm sorry.
You know, because like it had potential to put in jump scares in it, but the thing about those jump scares is that they're ruined by like the goofiness of it all.
It's so fucking dopey.
And plus, here's the thing, though. This
like
was
the sound
also,
the grandmother makes when she's like making that jump scare.
Yes.
This was also a try-hard movie. This was a try-hard movie.
Look, can you do me a favor? Can you do the impression where the grandpa shits his pants?
Yeah.
He's like, okay, here, he's just sitting on son. I don't know why that's the funniest thing ever. Oh, see what you made me? Remember the clumps? God damn it! I just messed up my pants.
I think I need some Pepto-Bismol right now.
Get that motherfucker some Pepto-Bismol. No, actually, we wouldn't because he probably think he left it at his costume party.
Hey, Romy.
So yeah.
I'm gonna go to the costume party.
So yeah, I'm gonna.
Like
fish, not football.
Yeah, the scares. It really predictable.
What scares?
Like
there is none.
Yeah, like the thing about I freaking hate Blumhouse. Like because you know they made like 2 okay movies. No, one of them was amazing. One of them was okay. Oculus, Whiplash.
Wait, did they do Sinister?
Yes, they did Sinister.
The first one, Sinister, is so good. Carlisle from Spill wrote that movie.
Yes. I love that guy.
He looks like Jesus.
Yeah, he is the Jesus of film reviewing.
And at least in Sinister, at least in the movie Sinister, that movie has continuity and reason. Reason. Not this movie. So I'm just going to say this. I want to give out a big motherfucking fuck you to M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. You are a hack. You are garbage. You suck. Stop making movies. And Luke Nukem, I see what you're doing.
True.
He's been doing that ever since the fucking Pixels. No, not Pixels. Yeah, the Pixels.
Yeah.
By the way, can I say something to get off my chest? Because this really disturbed me all day.
Go
Hairy
ahead.
chest.
Yeah, my hairy chest. Well, that's what I'm not gonna show. But anyways,
Don't
just get off my chest. Saying Romy's better than that. Let me say one thing. Romy knows what
Oh
he's
yeah.
Romy knows exactly what he talks about. Romy, he's been watching movies for how many years? He knows exactly.
30 years.
That he's
Ever since he was a little kid.
Here's the thing, though. If Romy was saying something against a terrible movie, and Romy, I know you love this movie, but I'm just putting out for an example. You're
Mhm.
like Mad Max, saying bad stuff like somebody I know, I'm not gonna say names of. If you said that, then I would say, Romy, you're better than me. But here's the thing, though. Since you love Mad Max, you knew what you were talking about. For this,
I love it too, dude.
Of what you guys
Remember, yeah. Fuck yeah, he's awesome.
Romy knows what he's doing. Please, just.
Oh yeah, and by the way, in the movie Mad Max Fury Road, everything in that movie has a legitimate reason.
Has purpose.
Yes.
Every character has their purpose.
Yep.
Oh, women are useless. Fuck you. Women are useless, my ass.
Yeah, I'm sorry. How many times did they say Mad Max and Furiosa? How many times? Yeah, fuck out of here.
And all there is just action, 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 action.
Transformers, yeah, the Transformers movies. They're nothing but action, 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 action.
Oh,
Every
you
once in
know
a while,
what? Justin Williams brings up a good point. He's like, unfortunately, M. Night Shyamalan isn't going anywhere anytime soon. I heard he's going to be directing the sequel to The Last Airbender.
oh my, yeah, I saw.
And he's defending that fucking movie.
I saw it on IGN.com, and I was like, guys.
Holy shit.
I was like, I looked at this link, and I was like, guys, look at this. And they're like, everyone in the chat room was like, are you fucking kidding me?
You know why that movie was a disaster? He tried to take the entire first season. Now think about this. The entire first season
To make it into one movie.
There's 25 episodes, 24 minutes each. That's 600 minutes. You're trying to
They only
defrag
got
a
like
600.
12. They only got like halfway.
Dude, it's 600 minutes into a 100. It's 600 minutes into a 100-minute movie. That makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
I'm done. I'm done
It's hard
talking
to
about
do,
this.
but if you're gonna follow good source material, I mean, hey.
His name is Aang,
Aang.
not Ong.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
But anyways, folks, since Romy's all done, Luke Nukem, you have any more stuff to say about the movie, or are you done?
Well, I would say that, you know, I've seen a lot of crappy horror movies recently.
See,
I've seen a lot of terrible found footage movies.
So pretty much.
Oh my god, this I expected this movie to be bad because, well, I didn't expect it to be this bad.
No, I didn't either.
I know M. Night Shyamalan is starting to make terrible movies. Hell, he was called the next Spielberg.
Yeah, according to what
Next
magazine?
Spielberg, because he made the
Sixth
Stupid
Sense.
Signs.
Oh, fuck that movie! That movie's retarded! Oh, yeah, aliens! Powerful aliens who can make, like, perfectly shaped, like, symbols and crops cannot go through fucking
a fucking door! And, like, their weakness is water. Probably probably should have thought that before attacking a planet mostly covered in water!
Not only that, but he gets his ass kicked by a fucking has-been baseball player. This movie is fucking retarded, too! What the fuck? The Sixth Sense, one of the best hit movies ever. Unbreakable, so underrated.
Yes.
Really underrated.
One of the greatest underrated movies.
After that, he fucking went downhill.
He did The Village. He did The Happening.
Oh,
he did The Last.
Oh my god.
He made After Earth. He made Lady in the Water.
Well, Devil, was he director of Devil?
Yes.
He was?
He did Devil.
Oh, that elevator movie? Oh,
yeah.
fuck!
Hey, you know it's retarded when there was a scene in Devil when, like, here's the thing. Pretend this is a toast. Pretend this is a piece of toast. This, like, they are going to prove that the devil is in presence here. And, like, the hyper-religious Latino guy was like, okay, here's the thing. If the devil's in the house, then we got to use this. Pretend this is toast. We got to use this toast so that we know if this plate's jelly side down, the devil's here. Okay, this
You
is
want to
really
know
upside
something about
down.
the devil?
You remember the...
Joe upside down! Oh my God! The devil's
I'm gonna
here.
actually quote this from a buddy of mine. He said this on a video that he did. I'm gonna quote this because I thought it was funny. I thought it'd be perfect. The devil had his way with me. The devil, you know what he does? He likes to ejaculate chocolate ice cream all over the place.
Chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate.
Well, you know what? If he can ejaculate chocolate, can you
shit.
imagine how many chicks he would get? Because women love chocolate.
Ejaculate.
Oh yeah, yeah, the toe scene. You know what that reminds me of? The little boy who knows what's gonna happen in the world by interpreting cereal boxes.
Boy, I'm
What
surprised.
what was that in?
Lady in the Water.
Oh.
Oh, and that movie has like one of the dumbest scenes ever. Remember the critic? He's like, "This is exactly what's gonna happen in a horror movie."
M. Night Shyamalan was like a writer.
Oh,
who
he's
hopes
a
his
writer.
work will save the world from like the forest.
Yeah, he casts himself as a writer, a man who's gonna change the world, called the Cookbook. Get the fuck out of here! You are garbage!
Now that I think about it,
You fucking suck, asshole juice!
Now that I think about it, I want to see the happening.
No! Oh, the fucking hot dog guy and Mark Wahlberg
You
talking
like hot
fake
dogs?
ass.
You like hot dogs, don't you?
So I'm gonna say this
Protein.
once again, motherfuck M. Night Shyamalan a ding dong and fuck boy bucket. I'm done. I'm done talking about this guy.
Yeah, me too. And I forgot to say, yeah, it's a 0 out of 5.
Fucking 0.
Don't recommend this. Don't recommend this movie. If you like it, okay.
We forgot to mention the one biggest element that was the worst thing about this movie.
What was it?
It's so fucking boring.
Oh right.
This is so boring.
It was that
Right.
boy in the movie.
And you know what? Like compared to this, I still think Unfriended is more boring.
Ooh. Oh God. For me, if you ask me, what's the most,
Actually, they're like a tie.
if you ask me what's the most
boring horror film ever.
if you ask me what's the most boring film of the year, it's between
Unfriended.
Black Hat and Lost River shit.
Oh right.
This wasn't a scary film. It wasn't
It
scary.
wasn't scary. The jokes didn't work.
Oh my God, the jokes are fucking stupid.
Well acted. Alright.
Well acted.
Well acted and scary. It was okay. The acting wasn't
gra-
good.
the gra-
Little fat skittle dick.
The grandmother, I think, was the best actor in the whole movie, but it came to a point where I was like completely bizarre. Where like her performances got too creepy. I was like it wasn't really creepy. It was just bizarre.
Oh, well
To the point
acted.
where I
I'm
was
sorry,
like,
that little kid was fucking awful.
Hated him.
I hated. He's the one I hated the most out of.
Same here.
Why? Music purpose sakes for me. Music. It was that bad.
He ain't no beastie boy.
Well, in any case, I give it a 0. Gary gave it a. Oh wait, what were you gonna say, Gary?
I gave it a 0. I gave it a 0, and he ain't no Beastie Boys at all.
No.
Anyways, I gave it a 0. Gary gave it a 0. Jerome obviously gave it a 0 because he was like, it's time. And it's time to close off the review.
Yeah, so anyways, folks, I want to say right now, thank you very much for listening to our opinion. I know folks are probably going to disagree with our opinions, but guess what? I kind of don't care. But anyways, just to let, anyways, I don't care.
Well, here's the thing.
Anyways,
if you disagree with me, if you disagree with us, post in the comment section what was so good about the movie with legitimate constructive criticism.
yeah,
I've got to hear this, because I don't get it.
Please, explain. we literally, throughout, we were sitting like a whole hour or two.
What?
We're sitting here for like an hour and 42 minutes.
It's longer than a fucking movie.
Explaining thoroughly of how bad this movie was in every scene. We explained it thoroughly. But folks,
If you excuse me, I want to watch the Milky Marvin scene with the fish. I know that's going to turn me.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that
as well. I'm probably gonna go. You wanna know something I'm gonna do tonight? I'm actually gonna watch.
Oh wait, I forgot. M. Night Shyamalan didn't direct Devil. He wrote it.
Just as
Same
bad.
just as bad.
I'm gonna watch Love and Mercy again for how many times tonight because I absolutely love that movie. It helps me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch Black Mass and then The Walk, and then
Black
the,
Mass. That's
the
what happens
Martian,
when.
Black Mass of shit.
No, Black Mass. That's what
No,
happens
no,
when Gary.
no, Black Mass is good, but I was just making a joke. It was
Black
unfunny.
Mass. That's what happens when Gary gets done banging him his butthole with the dildo, a massive dildo, and you see the black mass of his anal
Black
hole
ooze.
expanding.
Ooze.
Ooze.
By the way, I want to get a couple things off my chest throughout this video that I need to be addressed about what was going on through Pain and Gain. Romy, if it's all right with you, if I can keep it short and simple.
We gotta end this now. We've already been like in
Let's
an
just
hour
say,
and 30.
For us, the Filmtastic Four, we can't be reviewing bad movies all the time. Even though our reactions are
Not
fine,
all the time, but
gotta
No.
have variety, people. Variety. You
variety.
gotta do a bad
No.
movie, a pleasure, or a good movie, or something that is a masterpiece.
Oh,
You gotta do
guilty pleasure. That's gonna be the best one.
Wait, nostalgia critic.
Mhm.
Nostalgia.
We're not a guy who
Wait.
watches
Nostalgia
bad
critic?
movies.
Wait. Oh, you mean the modern critic? Oh yeah, I've heard of him. I never heard.
Yeah.
Nostalgia critic? Oh, him reviewing Mad Max?
Mad Max Fury Road? Yeah.
Yeah,
my
that's
number one of the year.
nostalgia. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, by the way, hey,
that's
Doug
so
Walker,
fucking, yeah.
guess what? You're garbage too. You don't know why? Because your character makes no fucking sense. Why do you think the angry video game nerd is still better? Because he still sticks with his fucking character. Your skits suck.
Are
Your writing's
awkward.
garbage, and your new cast.
Is
I just don't like them.
yeah.
So I'm done. I'm out of here.
Bring the old chick back, and we'll apologize.
Uh-huh. But anyways, hold on, let me take a look here at the chat box and what's going on.
Nothing.
Not the chap. Let's stop.
Wait. What's Chikobi say? Hey, Jerome, Stuckman is still looking for you with Mark Ellis. Good! Bring him over here!
Stuckman will be just too much of a pussy. He would just bring it. It would just bring his toy lightsaber, like.
Well, he won't be able to walk over here with those fucking skinny jeans.
Yeah, he lives in Illinois, and you live in Arizona. He lives in Illinois, I think, or Indiana. Indiana, yeah.
Anyways, folks, I'm going to call this broadcast to a close. I'm going to go watch Love and Mercy. But anyways, for the next movie review that we're going to do, I'm going to do something a bit solo on my own, where I'm going to review one of my favorite movies of all time, Love and Mercy. That'll come down the road in my video every day in October.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Backdoor Sluts 9.
Yeah.
Anyways, Love and Mercy and more movies reviews will come. But anyways, folks, that's going to have to do it for this. So please, and I hope you all enjoy this. But folks, like we've said, leave a constructive criticism review.
Leave the comments. Let me know what you thought about the movie, even though.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's all I've got to say. I'm going to go I shouldn't have said that.
You know what?
I was
Did you say ass?
I was going to go masturbate. I was going to say that. Romy, just end it. I fucking trapped myself there.
You're still alive.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll end it. So,
I'm done. See you guys later.
see you guys later. Alright. My name is Luke Nukem, and you have been Shyamalanized.
Ciao for now, people.